So after being underwhelmed by Luca, I went and saw Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Man, man, it was this. I should have just stopped after last night and seeing two really great movies. After I got the opposite end of that spectrum. I think today, easily today. Um, I didn't review. I've talked about Ghostbusters. I reviewed the female Ghostbuster. The only Ghostbusters review I did was the female one, and I didn't hate that as much as a lot of people, and I stuck up for it a little bit, but it still wasn't great. And I didn't review Ghostbusters Afterlife, but I did like it. Now, in hindsight, I'm not sure why, but I did like it. I remember liking it enough and thinking, it was perfectly fine. Even if I didn't like the whole idea of let's bring back Harold Ramis from the dead via CGI ghost Harold Ramis. That I understand that was probably and that obviously had to be endorsed by his family, and that they couldn't get the rights without endorsement by his family, of course. But still, that's like opening a Pandora's box that we never want to. I don't ever want to see open, where we're like taking dead people that have been dead for years or maybe only a few years and resurrecting them for CGI. That's just fucking weird. That that should not be a thing. Are they still doing that fucking thing with? There was a movie I remember making headlines that was in production for a while, or they were going to do a war movie with a CGI James Dean. He's been dead for over how many years now? 60 years. I don't know if that's still happening. I have to look it up, but I'm gonna look it up right now. Is that fucking no? I want to get in my review. So yeah, we're kind of open to Pandora's box when we're doing this shit. So yeah, I was when I got the trailers for this, which I got a lot, nonstop. I was not very uh, enthused about it because I'm like, this just looks okay. Nothing about it screamed like, oh, I gotta see this shit. I was like, maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe the trailers will represent it wrong. I don't know. No, I was not wrong in that thinking. Listen, I love Ghostbusters. I love the original. Like everybody, I grew up on Ghostbusters. It's my opinion, one of the greatest comedies ever made. Timeless classic. There's no fucking debate about it. But I think it's time we stop doing these Ghostbusters movies. Listen, let's be realistic at this point. I think this is where I finally hit my wall. Has there really been a good Ghostbusters sequel? I think the only closest we got was Ghostbusters 2. I know people that don't like. I haven't seen Ghostbusters 2 in a while. I know people that don't like it. But I think that's the closest we got to a good sequel, and ever since then, there really has not been a good sequel. Really hasn't. This movie retroactively made me rethink my opinion on Afterlife. That is how bad. How I don't even say I was mad at this movie. I was just sad. I did not, dude. I did not like this movie one bit. And I'm like I said, I'm a big Ghostbusters fan, and it just makes me sad to see that this is. I saw this on a packed house. This movie's gonna probably make a lot of money, and the studios are not gonna learn their fucking lessons. We gotta stop supporting this shit. This legacy sequel shit's gotta stop. This is getting ridiculous. These movies are not the only last great legacy sequel that did any of its legacy characters any justice was probably Scream 5. But that's about it, man. Like, at least with Scream 6, they were like, okay, let's try to move away from that. Mainly because Bev Campbell won't come back. And then now we're retroactively going to say, fuck it, we're going back with Deb Campbell and doing lazy shit again with Scream 7. But this, it's just like, okay, anybody that likes this movie, tell me right off the fucking bat. I want to know in the comments. Name one funny scene, one funny line or scene in this movie. It had nothing to do with the original cast or mentioning a callback from the original movie. If you could name one, I would fucking I don't know. Like there's I I can't even like I don't I'm not kidding. I did not laugh one goddamn time in this movie. I was bored. I was just bored and just sad and like it was like this is a movie that like it, it can't stand on its own. Like the character, they're trying to introduce these new characters, but they can't stand on their own because they're not very fucking memorable. Maybe the closest we get is McKenna Grace, and that's fucking it. But even then, like they're not very fucking. You gotta. This is a cast that features like Camille Dongiani and Paul Rudd, two very funny, capable people. On paper, fucking the idea of like Paul Rudd running like a new Ghostbusters sounds like a great idea, but they're nothing characters. They're not memorable whatsoever. None of these characters are memorable. They're not funny. This movie is not even funny at all. Like, I just swear to God, there's like no attempts at laughter. I think this movie forgets it's a fucking comedy. And like, the only reason anybody, the only characters that anybody know or have any investment towards are the original characters because they're so good. Like, they were good characters, and they're not even barely in this fucking thing. And so I'm just sitting there like, I don't care. I just don't care. Like, like the original had such memorable characters and iconic characters and memorable lines and memorable scenes and memorable jokes. I cannot name shit from this new cast. Like you can't. There's nothing you can. There's nothing about this new cast that screams memorable or iconic. Like that is a goddamn problem. And that's also, like I said, supposed to be a comedy. It's not funny at all. Like I said, I Bill Murray at this point, like literally, he's in this movie like I swear for less than 5 minutes. There's no point at all to the original cast being in this fucking thing, other than to get the nostalgia pop. And then apparently, this is 40th anniversary of the original, so they had to get the original cast. But it just pisses you off when you see it. You're like, that just wastes these guys. And then, like at this point, also, one of them is dead. Rick Moranis is not coming back. And he's retired. He's the smart one of them all. Bill Murray is just like sleepwalking for this shit. Dan Aykroyd's just being Dan Aykroyd, and like it's like I don't know. And then like there's some weird they add weird elements to this movie where it's now becoming the last airbender. What the fuck? I'm not making that up. There's like a firebending character in this movie. It's the last airbender. What the fuck? Like, why did I want to like who the hell wanted that? And like I remember there's an end credits scene that's so lame. It was like lame. I heard people laughing like, oh, that was so funny. What is so funny about it? It's like there's nothing funny about it. Like the steampunk marshmallow, like it's something involving the steampunk marshmallow characters. They're just fucking minion characters. They're just like, oh, hey, remember, there's no reason for Slimer to be in. Why was Slimer in here? Wasn't he supposed to be trapped in that fucking ghost thing? Why is he in this? I don't know. It's never explained. I Fuck, I don't know. God damn it, I'm losing my mind. Other than, oh, hey, that's from the original. Like, one of Bill Murray's only scenes in this movie is where he's interrogating fucking Camille Nanjiani with that weird fucking helmet thing from the original that was like, the scene from the original movie. There's no point to it whatsoever. It's existing. Other than, hey, that was from the original people. You remember the original, right? God, I'm th- see. Here's the thing. Like the fact that people like I'm told by people all the time. I keep being told by people all the time. I'm tired of all these sequels, and why don't we get anything original nowadays? And I say, listen, you dumb fuckers. I don't say that, but I'm like, listen. You say that. A lot of people say that, but that's not true. Because guess what makes money? Sequels. Guess what doesn't make money? Digital movies. That's the movie stuff you don't go see, and when it because of that, that makes like Columbia Pictures. Oh God, don't get me started about Columbia Pictures. Columbia Pictures is now celebrating their 100th anniversary, and they're like proudly, saying that this there's the 100th anniversary of being around, and like the first movie that you decide to announce that, like to proclaim that with your logo was like Madam Web, and this is the second movie, dude. That shows how bad the studio's fallen like over the years when these are your two movies that you celebrate. So, it's funny because like I wasn't even that mad. It sounds like I'm really fucking mad, but I'm like I'm just sad. Like I love the Ghostbusters. This is bullshit. Like this is not Ghostbusters. This is just a nostalgia jerk off. Like this is the member berries from South Park, and it's not even. It's not a good one, man. Like fuck this shit. Like can we just let the Ghostbusters die? Along with Terminator's franchise, can we just let the Ghostbusters die already? Like, that was another fucking franchise I just wanted. Like, it's not Alien, which I feel like we got another Alien, which Fede Alvarez, which I'm like, okay, maybe I don't know, but like, there other than two, has there been a good sequel? Now they did make a good Predator sequel in Prey, but like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm worried about Beetlejuice. I have not seen the Beetle. I'm like. I don't know, man. Like Beetlejuice is like again. There's never been can not many. There's never been many at all, if at all, to any good comedy sequels. I think the last good comedy sequel I could think of the top of my head that I did like was the Bill and Ted movie, which is ironically a few people didn't like, which I'm like, I don't know why. It's like that was actually like I did highly enjoyed it, but like whatever. I give this a D. I can't even get. I could not give it. I was like, who am I going to see myself? No, I gotta give this a D. I just was sad. When I'm sad, that's just like I can't even, like, it's just the wrong emotion. It's just like, I give up. Like, this is the time where it's like, I give up, dude. Like, there's no attempt to try to make a movie. It's just nostalgia. It's just for nostalgia, you just to hope that you fucking see it. People are gonna go see it. It's probably gonna make a lot of money, and they're gonna try and make more sequels and bastardize it even more. Fucking, it'll be fucking uh, Bill Murray on a fucking deathbed, or like they'll still wheel him out for some fucking reason. Oh, all right. Legacy sequel, another good legacy sequel. The last, I take that back. Last great legacy sequel. How the fuck I forget this? Top Gun Maverick. That is how you fucking do a good sequel to a classic. That is like, it's not fucking hard. And you can do the legacy characters and still do it well. Like, that is the blueprint. That is like, hell, that is a, I still consider Top Gun Maverick a better fucking movie than the original. That's insane. Like, but yeah, fuck man, fuck this. Yeah, fuck this movie. I'm like, fuck Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. What's that? Oh fuck, next week's Godzilla Kong. Man, Godzilla Kong and what the I don't know what the fuck the title is. A new Empire. I don't know. Fuck something stupid. Like that's gonna be probably me sitting there going, well, this is all right. It's like But I wish fuck human characters would just go away. But all right, that's next weekend. That's as far as Ghostbusters. Uh, whatever. Frozen Empire. Until then, I'll talk to you guys later.